Hi everybody. So we are going to start doing some linear regressions within Excel. Here we've got a list of student numbers, we've got a final results, we've got exam marks, quiz 1, quiz 2, test marks. Okay. So the first thing we always do as well with the data is we make sure it's sitting within a table. So you can select all of your data and put it into a table. In order to do some of the linear regression within Excel, you have to have a plugin activated. And we would go to File, Options. We go to our add-ins over here, and we want these add-ins activated, the Excel add-ins for the Analysis Toolpack and the VBA. So manage Excel add-ins because it's an Excel add-in, and we click go, and we can just go and check both of those. Right, we then go OK, and you would have noticed nothing has really changed except under data now we've got data analysis, which wasn't here before. And if we click data analysis, it then gives you a whole lot of things that you can do. So you could do correlations over here. You could do some descriptive statistics. You could do your regression over there. There are a whole lot of things. So that is really nice. So perhaps the first thing we actually want to do is in order to identify which features we want to use. So we can do a correlation. Okay. Our input range, we're going to want to have the final result and all of the exams, quizzes, and the tests. So we can go and select all of those, except for the last column. Okay. Yes, I do have labels in my first row. Okay. My data is grouped into columns. And now we can say output into a new worksheet, which is fine, and we go OK. And there we go. Here it's gone and done my correlation tables. So you can see between exam and final result, there's actually very high correlation, which is not surprising since I think the exam results is weighted around 60%. And if we have a look over here, we can see that quiz 2 and the final result actually gives you a very good correlation. Well, not very good. It gives you a better correlation. So maybe we can do a linear regression on the final result and the test 1. Okay, so if you're doing a single variant linear regression, there are two ways to do this. You can do a X and Y scatter plot by selecting those two columns. So I've gone and selected my two columns, quiz 1 and final result. And there we can see, actually, no, sorry, it's test 1, yes, and final result. And then we can go to insert graphs. Okay, I'm going to want a scatter graph. Let's just go and add my axes. Here's a nice one. Okay. So there we can see we've got the scatter plot, and you can see they actually are quite dispersed. So the easiest way here is to go and add a trend line. What trend line do you want? You want a linear one. Okay. And you can also ask it to display the equation on the chart and to show your R-squared values. Right. A little bit hard to see, but there we go. So there we go. I've got my linear regression. There's the dotted line over here. There we've got the equation for it. And we've got the R-squared value. You can also do this within the data analysis toolkit. So let me just select those again. I might need to do it again. So let's just go data, right? Data analysis. We want to do regression. Okay, so we have to select it again. My Y range is going to be the final result. My X range is going to be test 1. Okay. and we want it in a new worksheet. And there's an additional things over there that you can click. So let's go OK. And here we go. Here's my output. All right. So my R squared value is 0.22. And if we had a look at my graph, the graph that we did, there we go, 0.2098. Okay, slightly different. But there we go. That's how you would do a single variant linear regression. If you wanted to do multivariate linear regression, which you can use in the exact same function, we would go data analysis, we would go regression, and now we can go and change the X range to be all of these. Right, so this you can't do within normal Excel because it would only allow you to do a single one. But if you want to do it for all of them, you then just select your multiple variables over there and you go OK, and it will output it over here into a new sheet. Right, with a much higher R squared error. I mean a much higher R squared value. So that's how you would do it in Excel. Thank you very much.